So again, to the Amen Media Group, thanks for having us and collaborating with us. And we definitely look forward to a continued relationship with you. So as I aforementioned, what we're going to do today, we're just going to go over an overview of quick facts about that, will basically highlight general statistics, easy to compare, easy to access. And then we're going to go to our most utilized data tool, which is data.census.gov. And we're going to review highlighting various social, economic, demographic, and housing characteristics. Okay, before we get to the scenarios and tools, just a reminder, if you want to follow along, we do use Chrome. Chrome, they're constantly making updates. So, depending on, well, they're all constantly making updates. So depending on what's easiest for you, they all typically work to access our data tools. So if you want to follow along, again, I'll be using Chrome. I know Firefox works as well, and Edge as well. So it is up to you. So there are various tools to access the decennial census and ACS data. For today, we're going to take you through actually two of them, as I aforementioned, which will be quick facts and data.census.gov. So quick facts is an easy to use application that provides tables, maps, and charts of frequently requested statistics from many Census Bureau censuses, surveys, and programs. So the data profiles are available for the nation, all 50 states, plus the District of Columbia and Puerto Rico, and all counties. It also includes cities and towns with a population of 5,000 or more, also which are included. So I just want to point out, if you're following along here, this is important to use. So I know we have almost 60 plus data tools, and they all have their, specific data points for access. This one here is still one of my favorites, but keep in mind that if you're looking for a population of 5,000 or less, you will not find the data sets here. Quick facts will also provide detail for 14 topics, and within each topic, surveys and censuses. And accessing data.census.gov, accessing quick facts is really easy. See, I'm already ahead of myself. I'm going to go ahead and take you through the demo, and we're going to feature and compare up to 6 geographies. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to data.census.gov. I'm going to show you how to access it. So this is the census.gov homepage. I know it looks busy, but once you get through it a few times, it's actually pretty easy to navigate. We're just going to go ahead to the top here at data and maps. I'm going to stay here for a second just in case there are those of you who are following along. And once you're here, we're just going to hover over data tools and apps, and then we'll select data tools and apps. And once the page opens up, you'll see hyperlinks here on the left. You'll see page 1 of 2. So basically, we have 2 pages of data tools that you can access for your use. I'm going to go ahead, hit this hyperlink here for page 2. And everything is alphabetized. And we'll just scroll down to, we see quick facts. We see data tool, we see quick facts. Here's a definition of quick facts. You can either select this hyperlink here or this arrow here. Open up quick facts, and it should take you to that very familiar homepage. Now, when you get to the data tools, they all have defaults. The default for quick facts is the United States. And basically, all the data sets here will pertain to whatever's isolated here. Okay. Up here on the ribbon is your search engine. Then you have those facts, those 14 facts that we discussed. You have your clear option if you want to start your search again. And then you have this table icon. When you see that number there, that's basically letting you know how many geographies you have. Okay? And then you have the More feature. When you select that, you can print, you can download as a CSV file, or you can email it to somebody. So we'll go ahead and run through this. I have a few geographies that we can start with. We'll start with the state of California. Once you start typing it in, it'll populate. You can select it. And you can see now we have 2 geographies. Now, if you notice that table is saying we have the number 2. Because we can only have up to 6 geographies, and I want to make sure we get to those geographies I've selected, I'm just going to cross out or remove the United States, okay, and then get to our next geography. We'll look at Alameda. We're going to stay at the county level. We'll look at Alameda County. We'll look at Sacramento County. We'll look at Los Angeles County. Oops. And we'll look at San Bernardino County. How many do we have there? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got room for one more. We'll do Riverside County. There we go. And voila. The reason why this is one of my favorite tools is just for comparison purposes. So you have those 14 facts that you can select and choose from, and you can basically isolate whatever variables you want. So if you just look at the top here, we have population estimates for all 6 counties for ease and comparison. If you're interested in population growth between decennials, so you see 2010 here versus 2020 here. So you can see Riverside County grew in population with a percent change here of 2.3%. You can also see basically all these counties grew in population with comparison to the state. So you can see, however, you just want to be careful to make sure that you're understanding which estimates you're looking at. And for that purpose, you'll see this icon here to the far left. And it basically just gives you quick info on methodology and the source. So if you have a question like, well, where is this data coming from? So you can see here, this is coming from our PEP program, and it's updated annually. And there's a hyperlink that'll take you for additional data should you require more. Okay. And we have that for each and every fact here. So let's just say you already know what you want to search for, and you're interested in knowing persons under 18. What's the percentage? Or you're interested in race and Hispanic origin. So we can look at Black or African American alone. You can isolate that fact for all 6 geographies. And when you select it, you can see it's up here at the top. And you can see that based on the counties that we selected, Sacramento County has the highest percentage at 10.8%, almost 11% of Black or African American alone. And again, if you needed more detail on where this particular stat is coming from, you can select this icon here, and it'll get you those details. Okay. And so, again, just a real easy way. And if you're lost within the graph, it brackets it here in blue as well, so you can see. So just quickly, some of the facts that you can identify here. We have population, we have age and sex, we have race and Hispanic origin, we have various population characteristics, even for veterans or foreign-born. We have housing demographics here. So housing units, owner-occupied, median value. We even have building permits, family and living arrangements. You can see here, this is households 2018 to 2022. So when you see that, this vintage, when you get that 5-year data set, that's ACS data, American Community Survey. We also have computer and internet use. Okay? Households with a broadband internet subscription, educational details, health details, economy details, labor force statistics, retail sales here. Okay? We even have business statistics like total payroll, total employment, and various geographic statistics here. literally land area in square miles. And this is based on decennial data. So again, these geographies are easily interchangeable. I will say I'm hoping that these features come back, but there used to be a map feature as well as a chart and a dashboard feature. This particular data tool has undergone some changes, and sometimes those changes take a while, but the true value in this is for comparison's sake. So hopefully we get those additional options for searching facts available soon. So, please check back. Please familiarize yourself with this tool. Again, if you just need something quick, you got a presentation coming up and you just need some quick data sets, this is the ideal tool, again, for populations of 5,000 or more to get some general data. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else here that I need to highlight. Again, if you wanted to change the geographies, I think we had a question. It disappeared on me, so Mac, I'm gonna need your help.
Yeah, so for the percentages, does it give the population size? So right now, what's showing on the tables are percentages.
Oh, for here, for Black or American African alone. Yeah. No, not for this particular data tool. We would have to use data.census.gov. That's what Mac is going to get into later. So that is one of the limitations. Unfortunately, you have to utilize the 14 facts that are available. That's why they call it quick facts. It just presents our most popular requests for facts or data sets. So anything beyond that, we'd have to use our more comprehensive data tools. But that's a very good question. Any other questions? Perfect. Righty. Let's see. All right, back to the presentation. As aforementioned, we're just going to go over 2 data tools. So I went over quick facts. I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Mac, who's going to take you through data.census.gov.
Great. Thanks so much, Meredith. Just want to make sure I am unmuted. Okay. So I think I shared this previously in the last presentation. It is data.census.gov is really the primary platform to access data and digital content from the Census Bureau. I think I mentioned that we used to have the American Fact Finder, but that was decommissioned sometime in 2020. So now to access data, you can go through this new platform. There are 2 ways for you to utilize it. We do have either the single search or the advanced search option. So basically, the single search would allow you to type in keywords, which could be a topic, a specific place or a year, or it could be a combination of these keywords right here. And then for the advanced search option, you do have the ability to filter your options so your search is more precise. So it will allow you to filter based on either codes, if you're already familiar with the NAICS code, or a particular geography, or even a survey, or even a combination of these could work as well. So as an example, we have this, we will examine the data profiles for the Black and or African American populations in the state of California. So what are data profiles? They are really our most frequently requested information on the social, economic, housing, and demographic characteristics of a population. Each of these 4 subject areas is separated by a specific data table or data profile, as we call them. So we'll go ahead and go into the site, but what you will see is we will use the advanced search, and we will use this particular filters or combination of filters, which is the geography, topic, and survey. And it should give us this particular 3 filters, which is the state.
Hey, Mac, real quick. We had a question about the purpose of the table IDs or codes.
Yeah, so basically the DP stands for data profile, and then it gives you either the social or economic or housing characteristics. So DP actually stands for data profile. So as I mentioned, each of the data profiles include the most frequently requested information on social, economic, and housing and demographic characteristics of a particular population. So hopefully that answers the question. And this will make more sense once we get into the actual platform right here. Just, sorry, move that back to. So as I mentioned, we will be doing an advanced search option for this particular demonstration because we are looking at a particular data set specific to the Black and African American population. So once you click onto the advanced search, it will give you the different filters available for you. On the left-hand side of the panel, you can see the different filters. You could have the option to either collapse or expand this particular filters. But I typically start with the geography, so that narrows down our search. So let's go with the state. Of course, we will be choosing California. And once you click into the box, your filter will be added into the area here on the left side. So think of it as your kind of like your shopping cart, if you will. The next after the geography is we wanted to find out more about the four different categories of the social, economic, and demographic characteristics. And one of the best way to find that is with the American Community Survey. If you recall, we did have the option of choosing either the 1 year or the 5 year estimates. We'll go ahead and look into the 5 year estimates, and this is where you will find the different table or data sets that are available for you. So we said we were interested in the data profiles, or what we call DP profiles or DP tables. So we'll go ahead and click on that particular set. And then that has been added into our filter. And so the next thing that we'll do is add in the race and ethnicity, and that will be located in the topics filter. So once you click into topics, at the bottom of it would be the race and ethnicity option. We'll go ahead and click on that. And as you can see, it gives you all the race and ethnicities that are available for you to choose from. So we'll go ahead and go into the Black or African American, and we'll go ahead and just choose Black or African American option right here. So that should not be, there should have been an option. 1 second, let me just go ahead and refresh that. Seems like that didn't. Yeah, let me just go ahead and refresh this. It seems like there's something happening to our, again, apologies for that. Let me go back and try to make sure that it comes out proper this time around. Yes, so
good job.
yeah, so as you can see, sometimes there's some glitches to the system. It will have, you just need to repopulate it again by just clicking the refresh. So sorry about that, but what we wanted to do is show you all the different segments that you can choose from the Black or African American. So you do have the option of choosing the detailed race or detailed ethnicities, but we were just going to go ahead and choose just the first option, which is the Black or African American alone in terms of the population. And then we'll go back and put in our filter for the geography as well as the survey. So we are kind of pressed for time. Just want to make sure that you do still have the time with us, Mr. Glass. Okay, great. So here again, we went into geography and went into the state, and we'll choose California. So once that's added into our filter, we'll go down and choose the survey, which is the American Community Survey 5-year estimates, and we will select the population data profiles. So once all of those three filters are in our shopping cart box, if you will, I'll go ahead and click the search box right here at the bottom right corner of your screen. So as you can see, it brought up the 4 types of data sets or tables that we can access. You have the social, economic, housing, and the demographic estimates. You also have the ability to view information on the state by clicking on the view profile. You can do that at your leisure, but right now what's giving us, based on all these filters, are the 4 tables. As you can see, 4 tables, 4 maps, and the 59 profiles. So we'll go ahead and click on the first one. It's showing us right now there are 2 products within the DPO2. If you click on the plus icon right here, it will show you that it's giving you the 2 sets, which is the one that was for the 2021 and the 2010. So the latest one is the 2021 release. We'll go ahead and click on that. You can minimize this view right here by clicking on the chevron icon so that we can maximize our view of your data table. So right now it's giving you the information that you're viewing the data set for California for Black or African American alone. And then you have the estimate, the margins of error, as well as the percentage and the percentage of margin of error. If you wanted to just have a clean view of both the estimate and the percent, you can go into the ribbon and take out the margin of error. So just it gives you a better view of the numbers. And then on the left-hand panel here, or the first column, will give you all the different characteristics that are associated with the social characteristics of the Black or African American population. So as you can see, it provides you information on the different types of household, what the relationships are. In terms of marital status, it does give you that information, whether they're the number on those who have never married or separated or widowed or divorced. You even have here the information on school enrollment. You can expand these columns to view any of the descriptions within the variables. Here, looking at the educational attainment, we did see that high school graduate or higher seems to be where the majority of the Black or African American population are. And then in terms of, let's see here, languages spoken at home, we do have information on what they speak, whether some of them speak Spanish or other Asian language or other languages as well. So it's just a great way to look at all of the social characteristics with just this particular data table set. So if we wanted to view the results again and go back to the different tables, we should just go ahead and click on this icon here, which is the results, and it will bring up the tables that we previously were able to generate. So if we go into, for instance, the demographic and housing estimates, it will change to the different variables associated with this. So here, once this populates, it will give you a breakdown on the different age brackets, if you will. So if you can see here, the 25 to 34 years old seems to be where we have the biggest number in terms of just the breakdown of the age, age in years. And then if you scroll down a bit more, it will give you more information on breakdown of voting age population with the percentages as well. Going back again to the results, just wanted to show you some of the selected economic characteristics as well. So once we get into this table, it just take a while for it to load. So bear with us. Once it does get into our screen, we should be able to view like median household income. This is where you will find that, and also employment status. So here you will be able to view those who are the population who are 16 years and over, who are either employed or unemployed. It also provides you with information on people the commute to work and how that's broken down with people who drive alone, who carpool, or who are even using public transportation. What is interesting to note is that you do have a great number of people working from home, almost 10%. Um, and then in terms of occupation, you will find here where is the concentration. Most of the population seems like gravitate towards management, business and science and arts occupation, and followed by sales and office occupations. And then in terms of industry, you will find that educational services and healthcare seems to be the number one industry where they're concentrated in. And we have here the class of workers as well, with a great number of them working within the government sector, as well as some, number of people working or are self-employed. Now, in terms of income, we do have the breakdown in terms of the salary, and then here is where you will find the median household income, as well as information by the family broken down as well in terms of median income. You even have here information on health insurance coverage, as well as people who are living in below poverty. This is where you will find the breakdown in terms of the percentages. So again, just with these 4 sets of data tables, it's really a rich source of information. If you wanted to compare across a different segment, there is another way for you to do that by adding another filter. If we go back to the topics filter and go to the race and ethnicity, and for instance, you wanted to add and compare against the white population, so you can do that by just selecting the white alone, and that should be added into our data table sets once it's added into our filter box here. So you can see we have black or white alone. And so let's go back and see the result. And take out, just for viewing purposes, we'll take out the margins of error right now. So here you can see we can compare and contrast these 2 segments across the different variables that I went through earlier. So really a great tool for you to utilize if you wanted to just get some of the selected economic, social, and housing characteristics for a particular segment. So I'll stop right here because we're already gone beyond our 30 minutes with you, Mr. Glass. I'll pass it back to Meredith unless you have questions.
Mac, I think we set aside 45 minutes, so we're okay.
Oh, great. We did.
If there's something else, if there's something else you want to show them, go ahead.
Yeah, I did want to show you how to utilize this for, let's say you wanted to create a heat map. So what we'll do is, for now, I'll take out the white alone and just concentrate on the Black or African American alone. And we'll go back and view our results. I can just go ahead and close this out. So, and minimize that. And we'll go into the, let's say you might be interested in renters and wanting to kind of like create a heat map for renters, right? And that will be found here in this particular data set, which is the housing characteristics. So once you are in that data table set, it should give you information on the housing tenure, whether they're owner occupied or renter occupied, as you can see here in terms of the variable. So what we'll do is create a map based on this data table by clicking on the maps within the ribbon here, or you could also do that with the tools icon, and it will show you to do map. So we'll go ahead and just click here onto this ribbon. So this should generate for us a map for California, but I should probably do and change it to by census tract so that we can create an actual map, right? So we'll clear our geography that we've already established, and we will go ahead and add a geography for us here. Seems like we have to go back to the geography and go by census tract and click on California. And we want to just use all census tract within California. So we'll go back into our maps and select the housing characteristics again, right here, by and minimize some of those tables. So that should generate for us our map. It does take a while because of the data set that we're trying to generate. Hopefully that works and it would populate. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let me try to refresh that and see if that works. Sometimes it does take a while for it to get into the system and generate the map for us. If not, I might have to change to a different browser in case this doesn't work. The other thing to do is to maybe open up a different browser if this does not work. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing what we wanted to do. Let me just go ahead and start that over. It might help by starting over. We'll go to the advanced search. Let me do this very quickly so we can show you the option of creating a heat map. So we'll go ahead and select our census tract in California, and we'll select all census tract. And then we'll go back to our race and ethnicity and choose again the race and ethnicity filter. Okay. And Black or African American, we will do Black or African American alone. And then we'll finally get into our data table, which is the American Community Survey under the surveys filter, 5-year estimates, and we'll go ahead and choose again the data profiles. Click on search, go back into the housing characteristics. So sometimes it does tell you this information, so just go ahead and open the table. That should open the table for us. Let me see if this would work this time around. Keeping my fingers crossed, it does work. And let's create it using this icon right here. Let's see. Okay. So I think I should just go ahead and switch to Edge because it seems like that might be just problematic right now. So let's just go to data.census.gov. Go to the advanced search using different browser. This will work this time around. Apologies for how this is working out. It's technology. And let's do this one last time. in case it doesn't work. But this is how you will be able to generate the map, is by uh, filtering, using the three filters again, and getting into the map function. So let's go to the Black or African American alone and put in all our filters back and choose our survey. Okay, 5-year estimates, and go to our data profile and do our search. Go back to our housing characteristics. For some reason, that's not opening up right now. Seems like they're either probably doing some updates to the system, or there might just be some glitch in the system right now. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually good that we're finding this out because we do have other presentations that this will affect. So,
Right.
we do apologize, Mr. Glass, but like I sent you a message in the chat. Honestly, we can say this works most of the time. So, at least you're getting the appropriate steps. But, now we can, on our end, try to see what's going on.
Right. But eventually, once this mapping feature goes on,
There it is.
you should be able to see the census tracks here. For some reason, it's not breaking it out for us, or maybe it's still generating the visual, and we should be able to go and use either renter occupied or owner occupied housing unit, and this should be able to show you kind of like a heat map of where they are located or where exactly they are concentrated. And there would be a legend beside this map as well. It's just right now it's not cooperating with us, and again, I apologize for that. But as I mentioned, you do have the options of just viewing the tables, and could always go back and just open the table if the table does not open up for you as easily as it did earlier in the demonstration. So yeah, go ahead, Meredith. I think I will stop here.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you so much, Mac. I mean, you did the best you could. It's out of your hands. So thank you. Let me see here. Where are my controls? Okay, am I back on?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. You have this information from the prior presentation, but these are just quick resources. If you wanted additional data on the Black or African American population, a few links that are here, and you should have the PDF version, which will have this link here that you can go to that will help you find these various data sets. So if you want reports on the African American population, you can get that via these various surveys: the American Community Survey, the Current Population Survey, or decennial census reports. And over here we have our facts for features. These are stories about the African American population, various topics. They're monthly editions. So for instance, you can see we have 2022 here, history 2023, and current 2024. So just a quick resource for you to peruse at your own leisure. These are webinars that we thought would be of value, but they're just for demonstration purposes. This quick facts, we're actually going to have to change. I recorded this one, but if you just need a quick understanding on how to use the tool, this is still of value. And then just some additional data gems that we have available. And again, the data gems are, as I explained here on this page, data gems are quick, short, 5 to 10 minute videos. Some a little longer as of late, depending on the complexity of the data tool or the topic. We also have courses, which I'm working on now, like ACS. There are 6 videos in totality. Right now, we just uploaded number 4. Basically, it just shows you how to use ACS through and through. And we also have webinars like the one you've gone through that are recorded and you can access should you have any need to understand a particular data to a topic more thoroughly. So, and this is our contact number here, the 888-44 Ask Data. This is us here. It's an old picture, but most of us are still here. And let's see here. This is our contact information, which you already have. And for that, do you have any questions?
Yes, I believe they do have a couple of questions. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Mr. Glass. The new category of MENA available for search with this tool?
Not yet, right? So you can search by race and ethnicity, but just MENA alone, no. So the Office of Management and Budget, as you're probably aware, are discussing changes to our upcoming surveys and decennial censuses. That process will take a little while. But if you need additional detail on where they are with OMB, I can send you that link so you can, so if you don't have it, you can follow up with them. But at some point, we should have access to how that's going to be broken down. So we actually have some available now. So you're talking about if you want to search for like Ethiopian American or Nigerian American, like yeah, you can search for a breakdown of those categories via data.census.gov now. Let me see here. Might be able to get to it quickly here. Let's see here. So if you were to go to this tool, oh wow, it's loading slow for me.
Your screen is still onto the PowerPoint? Or are you sharing a different?
Yeah, it didn't follow along, huh? You're not seeing a white screen now?
No, we're still, I think, stuck on the presentation.
Okay. Yeah, data.census.gov is not loading for me.
I see. So I could probably quickly, let me see if I could do it. Are
Yeah,
you trying to?
I can help you navigate it. Yeah. Yeah, I can work with you if you want to just take over. For some reason it's not loading for me.
Yep. Go ahead and sharing. Um, yes. So were you looking for
Just want to show the breakdown, the diasporas for that are under Black or African American. So we've gone to back to data.census.gov, and I'll get to your next question too. And you can see their MAC is at the Black or African American.
yeah, let me try to do that again for you, Meredith. It's just again, there's some glitches with the system for some reason.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. And as far as education and experience, it varies because as the federal government, we have various levels of qualifications as far as grades. So, you know, some grades just require a certain amount of college credits. Others require a bachelor's, a master's, and so forth. But typically, you want to have experience working with nonprofits, various business entities, a lot of field experience, a lot of visual and experience, visual and audio experience, working with Zoom, WebEx, all these various virtual tools. I mean, our experiences from our DDSs are vast, so we're all over the spectrum as far as educational backgrounds.
All right, so we're back, Meredith.
Nice.
Great. So
Okay.
so let me just go back if you wanted to annotate or
Yeah, just so you select race and ethnicity, go to Black or African American. There are a couple of ways to get here. Um, let's see. We want to look at all available. Let's see. Select that. That might get us there too.
yeah, that's one way because it will give you all of the data sets. But
Hmm.
there's also this part here, which once you click, you could go into each of those groups.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, whether they're Caribbeans, as you can
There
see,
you go. See now
or
here. Go ahead. Other Black or African American alone. So you can see, you just have to play with the hyperlinks, and it'll open up the various categories under African and Black Americans. So you can see these are all the diasporas here.
yeah,
And would you just show the filters that where you are? So there you go. So we're under all available detailed Black or African American races. And once you get there and find what you're looking for, it'll let you know the available data sets. Uh, some uh, some categories are limited, others are more vast. So you just kind of have to play around with it and see what you want.
yes. But as soon as you get into the topics, just go into race and ethnicity,
Mhm.
Black or African American alone, and within the detailed, either the alone or in combination, it will give you those sub choices.
I don't have an estimated time frame when these categories will be updated. Again, it takes some time, and it just depends on the survey. So, American Community Survey will adopt its changes, and of course, the changes for the decennial census won't be until post 2030. So it could take some time, as far as the new OMB standards. But as far as the vintages, we have the 1 year, which is updated annually, the 1 year supplemental, which is also updated annually, and then we have the 5 year vintages, which are obviously, they're updated annually too, but the vintage, the 5 year set changes every every year, if that makes sense. So right now we're on 2018 to 2022. That's the most current 5 year vintage or data sets that we have for ACS. Nothing specific. I mean, we basically educate ourselves on all of them as we can. Each client that we deal with has a different set of expectations and business needs. So, we have to adapt very quickly. No, we're not currently. Well, I'm not currently dealing with that. Do you have any other data specific questions or anything regarding the data tools? I know we've gone way over our time, so.
So I just posted the link to USA Jobs if you wanted just to find out more about the different jobs with the Bureau or other federal agencies as well?
Yeah, so each tool has its own basically notification system. So if you were to go to census.gov, navigate to data.census.gov, there is an email system there, where you can ask questions, and I do believe there's a notification. To what it notifies you, I am not sure. I'm not sure it's going to say, hey, Mr. Glass, we've updated the OMB standards for um, for the MENA category. However, something like that is significant. It's a significant change, so that would be on our website. There might be an article about it, or there might be some blurb about it on the site. So, but you also should follow the Office of Management and Budget. No problem. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Keep us posted. Let us know if we can be of service down the line.